Hey guys, it's Run Along here, and before I start this video, I would like to say, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody, and also I'm out here because I don't want to spoil too much of what's to come. I'm recording this afterwards. You've hopefully seen my other videos where I've been having trouble. I found a new video editing software, and now I can edit videos again, so I'm going to go ahead and edit the video that I've not been able to for so long now. So I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, here it is. Hey guys, it's Ryan Longhorn here, and today we are back with, I believe this is episode 8 of the Empyrion Alpha 12. It was, now it's actually version 1 series. They just released it, I think, right after the episode I posted last week. Or at least right after I recorded that. So I just watched the trailer and it looks really, really cool. Yeah, it's awesome. Kudos to them. I know they've been working hard for a while now to do a bunch of stuff with this game, to get it working well and ready for release. And just solely based on the trailer, I would definitely pick up the game. It's a pretty epic trailer. If you want to see it, I'll try and leave a link in the description. That is, if I remember. I went ahead. I'm just checking out this loot real quick. This isn't bad. The Neo is nice. The rest of the stuff is fairly good. The trauma and detox kits are okay. The worst part is probably the projectile pistol, because I mean, we already have one, so we could probably just sell that. The pulse rifle T2 is good, but I'm not going to grab a whole lot of that right now, partially because we don't have ammo for the pulse rifle. And I'm actually going to head upstairs, because if you remember, we just cleared the bottom floor and not the top floor. So we still have a lot to do. Get some light going in here, which is nice. I don't think there's a whole lot of enemies on this top floor, if I remember correctly. Actually, I don't think there is any at all. I think it's just cargo boxes. But you can see that this place was well worth the loot. Because though these armor lockers don't loot, we have 8 of them, which we could salvage or something. I don't think we're ever going to need 8 armor lockers, but just we have each of these boxes is going to have some loot in it. And yeah, so if I can't connect to the armory boxes right now, but if I grab like the bolt and put this into, well, we've already lost cargo box 3-1, but like cargo box 2 is actually still has wood in it apparently, but cargo box 2-1, we can start unloading things into that. And there's a lot of loot, so I'm just gonna loot the place, and I'll show you what I got when I finish. And guys, as I go, I just cleared this room, dumped some of the loot in there. I also started filling up the bolt, but both of the cargo boxes that weren't already full filled up quickly. But I'm going to remove a lot of these cargo containers as I go through them, dump them all into this cargo container here. The reason I'm doing that is because I would like to actually take over this base and maybe use it as our own. And if we do that, then there's going to be a lot of cargo boxes in here, and that's going to use up a lot of the CPU on this base. So I would like to keep that down, and I'm not sure if the generators are going to overload or something and explode, so I'm taking out as much as I can to hopefully be able to save as much as I can of this base when I put a core in it. Okay, guys, here is what we got. We got several multi-tools. I can see 3 here, and I might be missing some more. A bunch of different ammo stuff, different rockets, some different laser charges, and generally some different components, and a bunch of steel plates from all those cargo boxes. All in all, it's not bad. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. These should be on me, and those shouldn't. But anyway, it's not bad. We will definitely make use of all these things, and they're going to be nice to have. But for me, at least, probably the biggest loot here was not any of this stuff. It was more this stuff here. I also just realized that we still have all of these cargo boxes to loot too, which may still yield some good stuff as well. Yeah, there's a lot of loot in here. So I'm going to continue to remove all these. Okay guys, that's all the cargo boxes cleared out down here too. You can see I have been using the retrieve block function on the multi-tool, and it will occasionally, even if you don't own the POI, instead of just giving you components, it will actually give you the full block back occasionally. So that's why there's this one cargo box in here. But that's all the stuff from down here, except for these loot containers here and the one in here. We've already opened this, we just haven't taken the loot yet, so I should just be able to grab all that, and this is all nice loot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and equip this pulse rifle instead of the projectile pistol, and I know there's some ammo upstairs for it. I found that while looting, but we also have this stuff here. 2 more shotguns, another sniper rifle, except ours is a T2 sniper rifle. It's not as good. And an assault rifle T2, which I actually prefer to the pulse rifle. I know for some people it's the other way around, but I prefer the assault rifle to the pulse rifle. So that is awesome. Also a multi-tool T2, which is really, really good. That means we can get rid of our multi-tool tier 1. You can see here. And it doesn't have that many charges left, or that much charge left in it at all before it has to refill, so that's fine as well. This is really, really good. That is some good loot. That made it worth it right there, this T2 multi-tool and this T2 assault rifle. That's what I wanted to see. And with all these extra guns and stuff that we don't want, because we'll hang on to some of them, but if we don't want some, we can always take them up to the Polaris, and they will trade money for them. But I've come up here to the top of this POI to show you guys probably the biggest loot here, and that is this plasma turret. And it is good because it actually doesn't require any ammunition to fire, I don't think. Once I put a core in it, I can actually shoot it, but I'm sliding too, apparently. This thing has a pretty good range, I think, and doesn't take any ammo. Now, granted, it does take a lot of electricity to run, but I think it's worth it, and that's why I wanted to preserve this one as much as I could. We can replace this turret here with something else, but I'll probably have to come through here and do some spot repairs. There's also this huge hole here in the ceiling, which I would like to eventually fill up with some blocks. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably put some blocks in here and maybe put like a turret in the middle there. There's an artillery turret, which is under the rocket turrets, which we should have unlocked, I think, in the tech tree for bases, goodness. And if I scroll down a bit, yeah, we have rocket turrets unlocked, and I'll probably put one just right in the middle here, because they have a really long range, can do decent amounts of damage as well. So it'd be like I would put maybe a minigun turret or a rocket turret here, have the alien plasma turret here, and then have the longer range weapon here in the middle. And eventually, I think there's even room, if I wanted to take out these blocks here, I could actually put a big cannon turret, which is even longer range, high damage, slow to reload type turret. So, yeah, this base has a lot of potential, probably even more than the base we built on our own, but now the poor old bolt is looking like it's needing some repairs. She still flies, remarkably. That's really surprising. So I'm going to fly it back to the outpost, and I'm going to take off, take out everything in the cargo boxes that, just take everything out of the cargo boxes, take the rocket launchers off the top, and what I'll do, and also pull this detector out, and then what I'll do is I will grab all of its remaining blocks and throw them in the factory and spawn in a new bolt fresh from the factory using all of the parts from the old bolt. That being said, the Xerax will also attack again in less than 2 days, so I would like to get the ship done in plenty of time for their next attack. And as you can see, we are going to lose a little bit of ammo by removing those guns and stuff, but that's okay. That was to be expected. I'm also going to see if I can pull as much fuel and oxygen out of it as I can. You can see I didn't remove a whole lot of blocks on the side here. There was a few, but the core was exposed. The RCSs and fuel tank and generators, everything was exposed. So this thing probably couldn't have taken a whole lot more hits. You can see I'm down to the final blocks. The core has actually already taken damage. There wasn't a whole lot longer the ship could have gone on in battle, but luckily we won, and it didn't matter. Also, as I destroy this ship, or more like retire it, one thing that I was thinking is that when we put all these components back in the factory, we're going to realize just how little or how much we lost. Because, obviously, when you throw blocks into the factory, I believe you get their full worth, or just about their full worth, back in resources. But since there were a lot of blocks missing, we probably will have to add in some of our own. Really quickly, the one thing that I'm probably going to keep is the fuel that was in there, the O2, and this detector, and the rockets, missiles, and ammo. The rest of this is all going into the factory. Also, as we add these components, you can see the time to produce the ship dwindles greatly. Like, now we're at 1 second, so we will get this ship back instantly. Because of the fact that we just got all of the iron we needed, and these 2 blocks only contribute iron, you can see that we're missing a little bit of carbon substrate and a little bit of silicon. I will throw on something like the captain's yacht. I might bring this in later in the series, but just as a resource dump for now. Then we can go back and queue the bolt back up again. So it looks like 7 silicon and 18 carbon substrate, which I know we have both of those. Okay, and if I start production, it has just instantly finished, which is awesome. So I can now walk outside and respawn the bolt. Now, if you remember, we did go through and upgrade some of these carbon substrate blocks to steel, but that didn't carry over, of course, because we just brought in the ship again. You also see it has no detector, but again, we have a detector right here. We have some fuel and O2, and we have rocket launchers and ammunition. So there's the detector, and this time I actually think I want to put the rocket launchers out on the wings, like right here where these 2 sloped bits are, because, well, they're just decoration basically. And I think it would actually be kind of cool to have rockets out there instead. So we'll change it up this time, and we'll put rockets out on the wings. There we go. And I am going to go ahead really quickly, fuel this thing up, make sure it is armed. at least has a little bit of fuel. And then I'm actually going to take a nap because I have a feeling that we're going to get a base attack as soon as I go to sleep. Kind of like what's been happening in the previous episodes. Our base has been under attack as soon as we wake up. But it does not appear like it is today. The base attack still looks like it's going to be in less than 2 days. Okay. That's fine. But now, the bolt is fresh and ready to go. Now, I am going to craft up a core, and we can head on over there. I also just had some fun, and I did have the Xerax tag on the armory from when we first waypointed it back when it was under the Xerax control, but I went ahead and changed it to my armory. That being said, though, I'm still not sure where the generators and fuel tanks in this thing actually are. If I had to guess, they're either around the outside, like in these little ribbed areas or something. I'm not sure. They're not in the walls. I can make that steel block back. It's not a big deal. Okay, core is in. Good news is I haven't heard anything go boom yet. So that's a good sign. It looks like we are actually under CPU. There's this alien device here, which is this plasma turret. There's actually force fields here, which is cool, which means I don't have to fill it in if I don't want to, and I could just have the skylight, but I think I might fill it in. Just because I don't like the fact that stuff can fly up in here. I figured that in here I would leave this pretty much as is, and then in these little wings, we could maybe put some farms, or something like that just in each of these. Like this one here, maybe a nice farm. Put some grow plots in there. Some of these, though, are armored. Like that one, I don't think it is. Actually, I think it is these ones that are armored right here. Yes. So, maybe put like a constructor in here. That being said, I am curious where the, there's a T2 fuel tank, 1, where it is, and where the generator is as well. So if I show that on HUD, and then I show this generator on HUD, I'm guessing the generator is in one of these things, but it doesn't look like it is. It actually looks like the fuel tank is there, and no clue where the generator is. Okay. Oh, and the generator's down there. Okay, so the fuel tanks and generators are in these little kind of alcove type sticky outy bits here. I don't know. But basically, now we have ourselves this base here. And I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do exactly with it, because I figured that all the production and stuff would actually be upstairs, and then we could kind of do something fun maybe with this downstairs. Maybe just make storage and decorate it up a bit. We'll have the core in the center here. And here. We'll probably leave it there unless we knock out those blocks in the middle, and then put an elevator here. Knock out this ventilator, kind of swap it, put a door right here. I don't know. I'm still deciding, but yeah, there's a lot of cool different things we can do with this base. This thing is definitely an upgrade, though, from our little hut, our little outpost, and I kind of knew that. I knew we wouldn't be in it for forever, so I'm really just trying to think of things to do to move in here. I would kind of like to make use of these things here. If I just, you can see they're hollow in the middle, or not. I did not mean to do that at all. One thing we could probably get away with, though, is removing some of these armor lockers. As long as our inventory isn't full, that is. And we can actually find a box to put it all in. I figured that we could put up here, like we could have an armor locker, an O2 station. This is the elevator up, so probably the armor locker to the left. We'll have something to the right here. And then we'll go from there. We'll have med chamber here, maybe an O2 station here. And we can leave that armor locker, because having more than one armor locker is not a bad thing. And then we'll find something for the rest of those, maybe some benches and some deco and stuff. But I need to start planning out some things. So, if this is actually a 2x2 area here, if I go ahead and grab the armory, I can try this with these cargo boxes. I believe it actually is. 2x2 is what... Uh-oh. We're under attack by something. Or it's... my turret's attacking something, actually. Never mind. Okay, that just scared me. I figured we could put, like, some constructors here, maybe even 2 larges here. That'd be awesome. So we have, like, large constructor, something here, maybe. Storage boxes on the sides here. Kind of like... I really like these. So I'll put, like, that one there. This one here. We can do that on both sides. I'm gonna transfer all of this stuff from this cargo box to that cargo box. And then we can grab this cargo box in here. That should now be empty. This could just be production. And then out in here we have, like, medical stuff, and then we could turn some of these into farms. Basically, there's a whole lot we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the outpost, load up with some stuff, and head back here. And I do understand that this base is actually towards the South Pole more, which means that it's actually going to get less light during the day. That's fine. I wasn't actually planning to run it as much on solar energy anyway, though we could run it on solar energy just as a backup or kind of to save power. But what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and craft another small constructor. I can actually craft a large constructor. Can I craft an advanced constructor? I can't in a small constructor. But can I in this large constructor? Still no. Still need more flux coils. Okay. I'm also going to get a couple of fridges, a food processor for that base, an ammo box, Wi-Fi. Double check that those are for seeing base. Good. And an O2 station. I'll get this large constructor working on, for bases specifically, a medical station, and like 5 solar panels. And basically what I'll do is I'll go and shuttle all of this stuff back or to the new base. And I was just thinking too, one thing that I would like to have in the new base is a full set of medical devices. So basically you have the main one, which allows you to respawn and heal, and then there's other ones which can cure various different types of diseases and stuff, basically. What I'll probably also do is, while I'm over here, probably end up fending off this next Xerax base attack, but I'll also probably take the EX-01 and go finish off this copper deposit here, just because of the fact that it's almost gone, and a little more copper never hurts. But as I say, now I am actually going to go mine this copper deposit real quick, and then I'll probably go to sleep to fend off the Xerax base attack. Unfortunately, I'm starting to run out of time, so I'm going to take a nap. The Xerax base attack will probably come as soon as I wake up. We'll go into fend that off, and then we'll end the episode. As I expected, Xerax are attacking. Not surprising there. Now it's a case of figuring out where they're coming from, which is from right behind me, actually. Ooh, but this ship is having trouble staying off or up in the air with all of the stuff it's carrying, so this is going to be very interesting. It actually appears that there is 4 drones this time. Holy cow. Okay. I might actually be falling. So, I'm gonna just get up high and shoot them. I said shoot them from up above here. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I can remove the copper deposit from my map. But anyway, guys, on that note, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. This was more of a laid-back episode. We didn't do as much exciting stuff, and we just kind of did some work around and talked about plans and stuff. But I still had a lot of fun today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye! And today's nature scene is actually going to be a flyover of the armory we just took over.